Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. Thank you so much for joining me today. We will be working a little cotton cuts today. I have received my Clue 6 for the Tree of Life. I am doing the large Tree of Life. If you would like to join us on the next one, I believe you can still get in. It is called the Wild West. I will have the link down in the description. All you have to do is just click the link and it'll carry you right to the Puzzle Mystery Quilt. This is a 10-month quilt clue that you get. You get a clue each month if you pay it monthly, or if you pay the quilt in full up front, you will receive all of your fabric up front and then receive your clues by email monthly. For this one here, I am paying for it monthly, so I received this little package. It has my fabric and my clue in it. Let me show you what is in this package. Well, the first thing that comes in our package is our clue. This shows that for this month, we will be doing 5 different blocks. We'll be doing 2 of each block here, except for this last one. That is just a single block. This tells me what is in my package. So we have a lot of different cuts here. And over here, it gives me the number in case I'm missing something. Now, also in our package is our block of the month card. We have our block, and then you have back here where you can color it in. I do keep these, and I keep them in a little, I have a little recipe box over here that I keep all of them in. And the other things in our package is our fabrics. I've taken mine out and separated them. So these are all my fabrics. And how I know what I need is at the beginning, they send you a little booklet here. I am hashtag Team Woodland. These are the colors of the fabrics that I'm using. On the back of the page, you see the swatches here, and they'll say like A, B, C, D, E, F, and then this is the binding. This right here, you keep for the entirety of the sew-along or quilts-along, because this is how you know what fabrics go with what letter. Now, on the inside of this, it gives us like ship dates and things like that, you know, important information. So, always keep this. If you join it, always keep your little booklet. That way you know all the goods. Now, some other things that come with the Tree of Life and all is our little Flat Nancy. Flat Nancy is going on an expedition here. So we are going to just get right on into sewing our clues together, since we do have 5 blocks that we will be making. I am going to just get right on into it. Looks like we have a 6A, 6B, and 6C. So we'll be making 2 of 6A, 2 of 6B, and 1 of 6C. And I keep this, and you're gonna see why. Our instructions tell me to take an A triangle and a D triangle. So you have to know, and I have laid my fabrics in my box. Now for me, this is A, B, C, D, E, F. I think I had all of them. Yes. So I laid mine by the alphabet, so it's easier for me to keep up with, but I do lay my little guide right up here in front of me in case I forget. So we are going to make 6 of these. So we are going to get the 6 small triangles. And this is something else where it comes in helpful when you get the whole thing. For the Wild West, I did go on and prepay for the whole thing. So I will be getting, at the end of this month, all of my fabrics for the Wild West. And I will have to know how many pieces I need for each clue. So I've got 6 of my A's. And now I need to get 6 of my D's. We will make 6 half square triangles. So we are just going to get on into sewing. And y'all, it is a cleaning day for me. So I have all of my machines working for me. So I hope you can't hear them. Everything is sewn at 1/4 inch unless stated otherwise. So what we will do is just chain stitch all of these at one time so we can get the 6 done, and then we can press them all at the same time as well. Sometimes these fabrics don't like my fingers and I can't get them. But we are hoping to make quick work of this clue. Normally I can get my clues done. This is going to be 5 pieces though, so it may take me about an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. And that is the good part about Cotton Cuts, puzzle mystery quilts. Everything comes pre-cut for you. And you only start out with so many pieces, so you're not overwhelmed. So if you are new to quilting and picking out a pattern is kind of scary, and picking out fabrics is kind of scary, this is the perfect thing to do because everything comes ready for you. All you have to do is pick out the colors that you like. Now this one here is more of, it has deer heads on it. It kind of has a desert look to me. Because, you know, it's got the blues and the browns. Beautiful colors. And I do like that they have so many colorways to choose from, and they all look different. Once the quilt is completed, they all look different. And y'all, I am going to apologize if my voice sounds a little scratchy. It is today. I don't know what is going on. I sleep with a fan on, and I guess it got the better of me last night. Now on these pieces, the instructions do tell you which direction to press. It tells you to press in the direction of the arrows. So we will do that, and then I'll be right back. I now have our 6 half square triangles done, but in the instructions it tells us to reserve 2 of them for a later step. So now what we are going to do, we will be making 4 of these. We'll take this unit and add it to some squares here. So let me get 4 squares, and I'm having to see how to face this so I don't do it wrong, because I am known to do that. Y'all, if you are not new, you know I mess up a lot. But if you are new, hey, I'm perfect. I never mess up. But you will see the seam ripper come out in most of my videos, because I do have to take out a lot of mess ups. So, just so you know, I don't hide things like that. We all mess up, but it is okay. A mistake is just perfection in the making, y'all. That's all it is. I think I'm going to scoot up on my fabric here a little bit, because sometimes this machine tends to grab it down in the, it's acting like it's trying to do it right now. The feed dogs will grab that fabric and pull them right on down into that bobbin housing down there. And it makes a mess when it does that. So I'm making sure I have this all at the correct direction. That's the main thing, correct direction. And I learned with the Carnival, which was the first puzzle mystery quilt I ever did. I learned with the Carnival that don't try to get them in a particular direction, because when you go assembling your quilt, it's no telling what direction that piece is going to be assembled or attached in. You know, you don't know what direction it's going to go. So right side up and all that does not mean a thing in this. Just so. That's all you have to do, is just so. And I may be off just a little bit on my stuff too, but these are very forgiving. I do so at a full 1/4 inch. I don't do a scant, and everything always comes out the right size. Now, if you want to check yours, you can. Me, it's okay. I guess I fly by the seat of my pants. Well, I have that first little step done, so now we're going to go to step 3 of section 6A. And I kind of hide all my little pieces down here in front of me. So now we are going to do 2 of our A and D blocks. Let's see, we got 2 of them here. And this doesn't matter, I mean, which direction you put them. Because if I put them the wrong direction, I can just flip it over. There is no direction on these. And I have been asked by several people if I starch my pieces before I sew. No, I do not. I know a lot of people do, and I mean, I imagine it helps or looks better, but I don't do that. And because so far I have not seen why to do it. Because I do, when I press, I use Best Press. I use that when I press this to make that a crisper seam. So, I don't know. I've never figured out why to starch and do this. Unless you're trying to shrink your fabric. That's the only thing I could think of. Now that I have these 2 done, we will put, let's see how it shows to have it done. We are to take 2 of the 4 that we did here, and we are to rotate it to where the D is at the top, and the D are on the bottom. I'm just looking to make sure that looks right. So what we will do is flip these. We'll see if this seam nests, and if it does, we can pin that. It does, and we will just get this sewn. And this is another reason why I keep my colorway card with me, because what I think should be D may not be what D is. And it just helps to have it right there in front of you so you can see that which one is which. Now when I start getting more pieces added together, I do, when I press, like to measure it so I can make sure it is trimmed and it stays the size it should be. Getting our little second one done here. I hear my washing machine going off. It's playing me a little song. So I will go move that over in just a second here. Get this step done. Have this step done. So our next step is to add the other 2 pieces. Take the remaining 2 step 2 units and join to the top of step 4. Okay, this is step 4. I was looking at this, y'all, like I did something all wrong. I could not figure it out. Oh my, I thought I was fixing to have to pull out the seam ripper, but I didn't. I was missing that I had to put this to the top of step 4. I was trying to put it on the bottom of step 4, and that was not working. But I did, when I did trim this up, and all I trimmed out was some little strings. So everything is measuring correctly. So I'd like to check it, you know, a couple of steps in, just to make sure everything is still measuring the correct size. At one point, I did like checking it every single step, but now I'm okay with doing it every few steps. Okay, so here we have this unit here again, and we are going to flip this and put this on top and pin it. And I sometimes have to talk myself through these things, y'all. Do y'all talk to yourself when you sew? I do. It could seem like I'm talking to y'all, but I'm actually talking to myself, walking myself through this clue. And we are going to see how this one turns out. And I'm so excited to be getting the Wild West. At first, I wasn't sure if I was going to do it or not. I had already decided I was going to wait and see what the colorways were. And then the very first colorway got me, that Dusty Rose. It's so beautiful. And when I saw that, I thought of my grandbaby girl. And I was like, oh, I can make this quilt for her. And, you know, so they'll have a quilt here at my house. Have those two done. So now on to the next step in this section. We are to take the remaining 2 step 1 units, sew an A square to the top and a D square to the bottom. Okay, so we have to have 2 and 2. So let's see how that is supposed to. So we got an A. Okay, I think I've got it. We got to do an A to the top and a D to the bottom. It's just a matter of remembering that this is the A and not the D. That's what I try to mix up, because the D is a light color, and I always try to say that's an A. And we are almost completed with the first section, 6A. This is step 6, and we have 8 steps, and that will be our first 2 blocks, our units in this clue. Now we're going to sew a D to the bottom, making sure everything lines up here. Now we have this unit done in this section. So the next section, I am going to have to move my instructions. In this section, we're making 2 units. So we need 2 of our C squares. We need 4 of our C small triangles. And we need 2 F's. I'm pretty certain these are my F's. Let me make sure. Okay, it says sew a small triangle C to the top right of a large F triangle. What we're doing with this is, it looks like flying geese. So I am getting my 2 here. We're doing our small C's to large F's. Make sure your fabrics stay together. Sometimes they get a little off, and you don't want that happening. So now I'm doing my second triangle here. I always line it up at the bottom first, and then work with the top. And now we will add the other 2 triangles to the top left. So I keep lining up here on the bottom of these. I figure if I could keep at least one part consistent, that the rest will fall in place. Now to complete this unit, we will add one of our C-squares to the end of it, making sure that I have my flying geese positioned correctly, because I don't want to be sewing it upside down. Oops. I almost sewed that the wrong sides together. And now, after I get this piece put on, it is time for us to assemble the 6A blocks. So now I have all of my 6A pieces completed. So now we have to assemble, and I'm looking to see here how these go. And it looks like I have to sit here. My design board is over here with something on it. So, okay. So that's how these are going to go. That's good. So I am going to lay them in my tray here in the order that they go. And I am going to start with my first piece. And then get my second piece and flip it over here. It looks like I have two seams that nest and on these blocks. So, well, one that nests and one that just comes together. I'm hoping that's where it comes together. It may not be. I'm going to pin it and look and see if when I flip it up, if it looks like it's... What I do is I pin it at that 1/4 of an inch. Not real sure about that. What I'm going to do is just make the ends meet and then pin it, because that is a point right there. And when I tried to meet it there, it looked like it was off a little bit. So I'm going to use the ends of the fabric as my guide. And if it doesn't work, I will take it out. You know, if my points don't come together like they should, because I think that's going to be very important in this quilt, is that your points come out. Okay, I am going to go ahead and take this one off and look at it to see if it looks close, but I don't know. We're not going to second guess it. We're going to just go on and keep going and put that last piece on it, and we will press it out. Now, of course, this one has seams that should nest. This one doesn't nest, but it does lay up there on top of one another. So I will go on and pin those two together. I have the first two units, section 6A done. So now we are going to go to section 6B. It says I'll make 2 of them, and I need to get 4 of my A triangles and 2 of my D triangles, small ones. I need a B. I need 2 B's with 2 A's. We are doing flying geese again. I'm sectioning out. Okay, well, I'll need, I need more than 2 A's. C's. And with my C's, I'll do 2 and 2. And my D, I will do 2 and 2. Okay, so then that just leaves our one set. So I'm going to sit these down here in sets, and we will just start making flying geese. Now, I will most likely speed you guys through this because we're already at an hour and 12 minutes. And I've got, now I'm going to speed you all through it because it's the same thing, just making a total of 6 of these. And what I'll probably do is show you how to make one and then get to the next step. I now have my 6 flying geese done. So what I'm going to do now is assemble them. Ace with our D first. Now I'm making 2 of these. So I am going to put these to the side. And then we'll do our D with our C. I'm going to put my second one over to the side in the order they go. And then we will do our A's and our B. Okay, and they all go with the large triangle going up. So what we will do is just flip this one over here on top of the other one. Now I am going to pin that center, even though it's not nesting a seam or anything. I just do not want that to get, and I'm going to pin the end also. I do not want that to get uneven. I want those edges to stay even. And I am going to go ahead and start my second one, and I'm going to do the same thing. Now I have the 2 section 6Bs completed. So now let's go to our last section. We're only doing one of these. We will be putting a B triangle on an E square. And we're doing the first one on opposite sides. And I hope I have it centered. So that's the biggest thing for me with triangles and squares is they have to be centered, and I'm not a good centerer. So now I will do one on the opposite side, and I'm just eyeballing it, y'all. I'm hoping it's coming together good. I'm looking at what I think is pretty close, hoping it is anyway. Now we attach the last 2 triangles on the opposite sides. Let's see if we can, oh, this here may actually, that may fit. I'm not real sure, but we're just going to get it under there and see how close it is. Okay, and we are done with the 6C section, and we're done with clue 6. So guys, we've been sewing for, it looks like an hour and 40 minutes, and clue 6 is complete. And remember, I am doing the large quilt, so it may take a little longer to do the large than if you're doing the small. But guys, this is done. Clue 6 is in the box now. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know I have. I do appreciate each and every one of you that come and sit with me as I sew. I hope you're getting a little sewing done as well. check out the links down in the description. I do have cotton cuts linked down there, so if you would like to join us for the Wild West, I have that down there. There should be some colorways still available. I'm not real sure. I do know that some have sold out. Any other additional information that you may want to look at may be down there as well. I do have a Facebook group going right now. It is for the sew-along that I'm doing. And it's not just for that sew-along. Any other sew-alongs that I may start up in the future will also be there. This will be a group where you can interact with other quilters, sewers, with me as well. I am pretty active in the group. I would love it if you join us. My link is also, Facebook link is also down in the description. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Goodbye.